You ready to eat some fucking tacos, bro? You ready to eat some fucking tacos, bro?
It's Tuesday drink, more margaritas. I'm with Katrina. She loves Selena. She likes it.
What's going on, folks? You know what day it is. It is
Taco Tuesday.
I'm KC.
And I'm E.
And we are
Not Your Average Podcast.
What up, what up, what up, what up,
How
what
you
up?
guys?
We are back. We are live. And we are with you. What up, Carla Bowman? What's up, what's up, what's up, Cousin Glow?
Hi.
Hey, 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 hey. Welcome to the show. All right.
Yeah, we're here. Happy
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday.
Tis a great day.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, Eva looking all cute.
Ah!
All cute.
I don't even have no makeup on.
I got the wrong thing up.
You
Hold
do.
on.
You do.
There
That's
we
because
go.
that's because
There.
we didn't get in as fast as we needed
Yeah,
to.
we're a little mixed around. Yeah, I heard more of the theme song today than you usually do.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
He handled it though.
yeah, we here.
I'm gonna figure life out
What
over
up,
here.
Chris? Gang, 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 gang.
So hi everyone, welcome. And you know, it's another Tuesday with a lot of information to share with you guys.
Yes. And we might as well just hop right into it. We know what
Obviously.
y'all all want to talk about.
Yeah, we do. We do. So
This housing crisis, man. So it is definitely a seller's market right now. Like,
that is not what they want to talk about. So we're gonna start off with our chips
what's
and
up,
dip.
Randall?
Like we normally
Chips and
do.
dip?
Our chips and dip.
Are we gonna do chips and dip today?
Yes, we're doing the chips and dip.
All right.
Our chips and dip is our entertainment news.
Uh-huh.
As you guys can see, I'm going back to protocol. Yes, we're going to start off with our chips and dip. And
All right.
obviously, if you're going to talk about entertainment, everybody is still talking about the slap that was heard around the world.
Who slapped who?
Who slapped who? Really? Okay, you called me.
I said, Eva girl.
So, as everyone knows, Sunday was the 94th Academy Award show, televised on television, and something happened on this show, and it just blew America. It just blew up. It just blew the world up. And people have been talking about it. We're going to talk about it, but we're not going to dwell on it because I think we don't want to oversaturate everybody with
Right.
it. Because I think some people may be oversaturated because literally it's all everyone is talking about. So what I am talking about is Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, who was hosting that moment of the show.
Yeah, I meant to have the clip, but I mean, you guys have seen it
Numerous times.
because I know I've seen it way more
Yeah.
times than I want
Numerous
to see
times.
it.
And like I said, we don't want to oversaturate it with you guys, but obviously we have our own personal opinions. We're sure some of our listeners have an opinion that they would like to voice. And I think it gives everybody, we're all going to have different perspectives. Casey and I have not discussed it. So
Yeah.
I don't know what he thinks and he doesn't know what I think. So everybody's going to find out at the same time.
Yeah. So what happened was, so Chris Rock was hosting the awards.
Yes, yes.
And you know he's going around. He's making jokes. He was joking with someone that was up against Will Smith for the same award, and said he's like, him and his wife are going against each other for the same award. So he's like, I hope Will Smith wins. I hope Will Smith wins it. And then he goes to Will, and he goes, Jada, I love you. Looking forward to seeing you in G.I. Jane 2.
Okay.
And everyone laughs.
Yeah,
Everyone laughs. 'Cause
even Will Smith.
if you hadn't seen or noticed, Jada Smith is bald.
Yeah.
Jada Pinkett Smith is bald. And turns out she's bald because she's
Well, she has.
She's been vocal about it as
she
well.
has alopecia.
Yeah, she has alopecia,
which is a hair condition,
like a scalp condition.
It's a scalp condition, and eventually your hair, it's hard to after a certain point, it's hard to grow hair, and it's hard to maintain the hair that grows, and it gets really spotty. And for women, it's not. Men just go bald. For women, it's much more challenging,
and especially a woman in the spotlight.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, and she's been vocal about it. She's spoken about it on her show and stuff like that. So she has well known to most if you're paying attention.
Exactly.
Now, everyone laughs, including Will Smith.
Yes, he did.
But Jada did not laugh. She didn't find it that funny.
She rolled her eyes.
So when that happened, Will's laugh died down a little bit.
Yeah,
but he continued to laugh.
Yeah.
He walks up to the stage during the show, live television, and smacks the shit out of Chris Rock.
Yeah.
And Chris Rock is there stunned. Keep in mind, Will still had the smile on his face.
When he turned around and walked out. Yeah.
And he sits down, so everyone's like, is this real? Like,
I thought it was fake.
Yeah.
Remember I told you that? I said, that wasn't real.
They're like, is this real? Like, this has to be staged, you know? Like,
I thought it was fake.
They're both still smiling, and Chris is like
Chris just looked dumbfounded.
Yeah, and then he's like, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Yeah, and then he was like, this is going to be the most televised. He was like, he did still stay in character and make a joke about it and stay.
He stumbled a little bit. Like, he was trying to continue the show, like, he fumbled the words and, like, put the words, like he was talking about documentaries and what a documentary is. And, but yeah, so Will sits down and he's like, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. And then he said it again. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Yes, he did.
And Chris is like, okay, I will.
You can tell he just wasn't ready for any of it.
Yeah.
So he just was like, I will, and tried to just keep it going.
Yeah. So people close to Chris's people. Chris hasn't made a statement yet.
No, he hasn't. There is a statement floating around on social media, but it's not from Chris Rock's team.
His team has said that apology is fake. Will Smith has apologized.
Yes.
But first, he apologized to the Academy when he won.
Yes, he did.
For
Best Actor.
For King Richard.
Yes.
So he won. They allowed him to sit back in his seat.
No, they allowed
him to accept his award and stay. And he apologized to the Academy, and continued with the speech. Cried because this is Will Smith's first Academy Award.
Yes, it was.
In like 30 years of acting.
Yes.
So
yes.
It's a big night.
It was his night. Like, we all knew he was going to get the award. I mean, he had got the SAG award, and it was just lined up. When in award season, you kind of know, like, oh my God, he's going to get the Oscar. He's going to get the Oscar. And it was a big deal. Like, when he got up Sunday, he should have known, like, this is my day. Like, this is the day that I let them know a rapper can still be an outstanding and amazing thespian. Because these are people of your peers and people who do what you do, who put you in this seat to get this award. It was a big night for him. It was huge.
So Chris's people have said he didn't know that she had alopecia.
I do believe that. I don't believe he knew because, like I said, you would have to be a person who looks at Red Table Talk, or who, I think more women knew.
Jada's not really in the forefront.
No, not at all.
So,
yeah, I don't think I look at Red Table Talk, so I knew. I knew she had alopecia. First of all, I'm old enough to remember G.I. Jane, and I thought Demi Moore's haircut was amazing.
My thing is,
I didn't think it was that. I was a little thrown off.
In over 20 years, there hasn't been a new bald woman joke.
No.
Mel was like, cause, Mel. She was bald for a while.
Well, so was I.
Yeah,
I did a big chop, so I had a fade.
Shout out to G.I. Jane for there not being a better bald woman joke in 20 years.
Yeah, I big chopped my hair back in 2011. So I had a fade. I had a blonde fade.
Oh, that was before we met.
Was it? Yeah, I had a big chop. Like, I had no hair.
When did we meet? 14? 13?
I think like 13, 14 when I met B.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've big chopped. I've definitely been a bald-headed woman, and I know what comes with that. And I don't think a lot of people understand that, but a lot comes with that. And I didn't do it, because of my hair. It was a personal choice for me. I don't have issues growing hair, so I can imagine she was more forced, to have to shave her head off. But she looks really good with the head. She does have a cute little peanut head, and the joke just wasn't as bad as I know Chris Rock could have went.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because I know people who, as not as funny as Chris Rock, who could have went all the way.
He even said, he was like, it's a G.I. Jane joke.
Yeah. And everybody know that was a big role for Demi Moore if you're old enough to remember the movie. Like I said, the movie came out in 1997. Mm-hmm. So Jada and Will most definitely knew the movie.
It's funny though. Someone, the internet's going to try to connect all the dots possible.
When they compare it to Ashton Kutcher?
Yeah, they're like, it's funny that he made a joke about Jada. It's actually deeper than that. G.I. Jane was played by Demi Moore, who had an affair with a younger man, Ashton Kutcher, and blah, 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 blah.
But that's actually not true.
Y'all doing the most.
Her and Bruce were divorced.
She
started seeing Ashton Kutcher, and she married Ashton Kutcher. her and Bruce were divorced. But they were reaching when they did that.
Video Chick LA says, I didn't know she had alopecia. Most don't know. I've never watched Red Table Talk.
And see, that makes sense.
Yeah, and if you don't watch it,
you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Because that's where she speaks about it the most.
Randall Hayes says he wanted to hit Will back. Oh, and you saw him talking himself back.
He had to.
He was like,
I don't know if you've ever been caught off guard with a hit. I have. I've been in a couple of scuffles in my life where I didn't know the person was about to hit me.
Tahaji's watching, all right?
And when you get hit off guard like that, you got to get your bearings about yourself.
No, he was definitely talking himself back off.
Yeah, he just wasn't ready for a hit like that. An open-handed slap.
Yeah, because the way he was smiling when Will was walking up smiling too.
Yeah.
I'm sure he thought he was going to do something silly, something goofy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But he wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
He was so...
And Will's form was just... Wow.
Oh, it was an amazing slap. I mean, it was a great slap. So before we start reading the comments, because we know you guys want to say something, 1 minute, what's your take on it? Was it, go. Tell me. I want to know.
Personally...
Yes.
I feel like in the situation... whether Chris knew it or not, mm-hmm. he did deserve like something, to happen to him, whether he's approached by Will or not. But later on, not on the world stage, not like you're sitting here and that this is the top of the top, the creme de la creme.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when it was Oscar So White not so long ago.
Exactly.
And now we have Will Packard.
Thank you.
A black man who is producing this one, and it's a big freaking deal.
It was a big deal.
And so choose to, do this, and I get emotions get high or whatever, but as a grown man, like there's as a grown man, there's no way that you should allow yourself to get so far off kilter where he wasn't on stage. He was sitting in the audience.
He was sitting.
So there's plenty of time on that walk from your seat to Chris where you're like, you know what? Mm-hmm. Maybe this isn't a good idea.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And the fact that it was such a big night, not only for him, but for the Williams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they, you're there representing their story.
Yep.
And so now that win for them, for their movie, is going to be clouded by this.
Yeah.
You know? If he chose to, pull him aside backstage or something like that, or even smack him backstage, that's his prerogative. But, because, I don't know, none of us, everyone has an opinion, but none of us really know the relationship that Chris and Will have. The internet's like trying to plug things and all this stuff.
Because he's mentioned Jada before.
Yeah, but who hasn't?
So, okay.
I mean, especially in the past 2 years. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, their relationship has been like...
broadcasted.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, this whole situation has been open field, So, no one knows. So, if he decided, if he felt like he was justified in smacking him, cool, but do it somewhere else.
Agreed.
Wait, chill, or say, hey Chris, I'm doing an animated movie, and I want you to be the main character, and have him do the whole movie and not be a movie. Like, have him record voiceover for a whole fake movie, and be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
But yeah, like I feel like. No matter how he decided to handle it, that wasn't the time or the place to do it.
Okay.
My
personal feelings is I agree with you. That wasn't the place to do it. And it took away from so many things that was amazing about this 94th Academy Award. Shortly after that happened, Questlove won his first Oscar. And I don't think nobody realized that, you know, for his documentary.
For Summer of Soul.
You know, that I saw, that
which
I loved.
Is amazing.
It's a great documentary. I loved it. T and I watched it. Also, Samuel L. Jackson won his first Oscar. You know, it was, you know, a deaf person, they won their first Oscar.
Samuel L. Jackson
won his first Oscar. And no one's discussed. Mind you, he
Will
was presented.
Smith won his first Oscar.
He was presented his Oscar by Denzel Washington. You know, Will Smith is the fourth man to win this Oscar. Mind you, this was the 94th Academy Awards. Just really take that in consideration. Best actor.
No, he was the fourth man?
He was the fourth person, black man, fourth black man to win this Oscar.
I was like, not the fourth man.
He was the fourth black man to get this award. And like I said, this Academy Awards, this was the 94th show that they had the Academy Awards, and I just think, as an adult who has lost her temper. I have a temper problem too. You know, I get very angry, you know, very quickly. You know, so I do understand that. But
slide these drinks to the side.
But I do think it was such a big night for him, and he sacrificed so much to really get his due. You know, that was the Super Bowl for actors. You know, to get an Oscar. You know, and he's been in this game a long time, and he deserved it. Yeah. You know, Samuel L. Jackson deserved it, but it will always have this stain on it from this black man slapping another black man. And people, you know, I have told my opinion to a couple of people, and they're like, well, you don't think he should have defended his wife? I think it was a better way to defend his wife.
Yeah, definitely defend your wife.
I'm not mad that I'm a wife. Of course, I think he should have defended his wife. But also as a wife, when I know how much Jada has sacrificed to make sure he can do the roles he want to do and fly everywhere he want to fly, people don't realize marriage is a team sport. That was their night. That was their night for all her sacrifice and for raising them babies and dealing with them, whatever the media has said about them. That was the night to be like, we won. And I think it has been permanently stained. Yeah. And I hate that. I hate that for them. And then, it just wasn't the time or place to do it. Like I said, I understand anger. You know, I'm a few years younger than Will Smith, but at 52, I think he should have been able to control it a tad bit better.
Years younger.
Just a few. I'll be 47 this year. So just a few. I'm almost 50. So just a few. Not a lot. Your girl is old, but I'm old enough to know better. You know, and on such a public stage. Yeah. You know, when I got loaded at Taco Tuesday, it wasn't as public. You know, but on a stage,
I was about to make it public now. I had the clips queued up.
But on a stage that big and as hard as he's worked to get credit from his peers, from people who that's all they do is act. You know, when he became an actor from a rapper, people shunned him. People discredited him. People said, you know, I don't know why he's getting the big roles. And he finally got his due. You know, this is why I'm getting the big roles. This is why I won, because I'm good at this. And I think he stained the whole night because he has some personal inner issues that he's just haven't dealt with yet. And I'm not going to say they're with Jada, but he definitely got some issues.
I mean, he spoke about them in his book as well.
Oh, yeah, I read the book.
One of the things he talked about was growing up. He felt like
a coward.
He felt like a coward because he didn't stand up for his mom when you know she was in her abusive situation.
Yeah, and then he spoke about the issue about Tupac and Jada and how that made him feel.
What, it was not the time or the place for that. And he acknowledged that, and he apologized today to Chris Rock. And on his Instagram page.
Yeah, but that night he didn't. That night he apologized to the Academy. His speech was hard for me to watch. I was a little angry at him by then, so I didn't. Because I was so disappointed.
I don't like this whole thing being like, well, he was protecting a black woman, and all you guys that say that he was wrong for that are okay with black women being attacked, blah blah blah, this and that.
I don't think Chris Rock was attacking her. First and foremost, they get comedians to host events like that for a purpose.
And also, he didn't write that.
No, he didn't write any of the monologue.
He didn't write any of that monologue.
And they say he had more up there, and he chose not to say it. And right before he said that particular joke, he did say, "I'm sorry, Jada," or he said something. He said, "I love you, Jada." He did mention something, so you knew shit was about to go left real quick because he said that. that. But I think people also have to realize comedians are kind of the last man standing who can kind of say what they want to say.
Not anymore.
Well, now, no.
People are getting. I mean, that's the big thing in the comedy world is. People are afraid of getting canceled now.
Yep.
So comedians are getting canceled left and right for saying the wrong thing or for something they said 15 years ago when it was okay to say it, and now it's being brought back up when we're a lot more sensitive now.
Exactly.
And I don't even think, and that's the thing that gets to me is I don't think that it's I don't even think it's a real sensitivity. I feel like it's false rage a lot. Just for clickbait, just for the sake of conversation on social media, because everyone wants to have a narrative, and everyone has their own platform, and everyone doesn't deserve a platform, but everyone has one.
Everybody.
And so there's always this fake rage, and it's just it adds so much negative energy to the world. You know what I'm saying? It does. And it's pointless.
People start hearing other people's point of view, then all of a sudden they hop on the bandwagon. And it's like, do you actually think that though? Do you believe that? Do you actually agree with that person's perspective? And most of the time, I don't think they do. I think, you're just reading one little comment. Why do you think like that? Like, you have to comprehend like why people think the way they do. You got some people saying her alopecia is a disability. No, it's a health condition. Yeah, it's a medical condition. It's not a disability. You can't get a placard in your car for having alopecia.
Someone brought up interview that Will Smith did in the early 90s
with
Arsenio Hall.
I saw it.
And the title said, Will attacks bald man with medical condition, blah 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 blah.
And he couldn't have been but like 24. Like, he was super young. He was super young.
The dude was just bald. Like, who said he had a medical condition? Like, so there are bald people out there, guys. Like, it's just
I married one. They are.
Milk dud.
So let's get to you guys' comments, because I know you guys really want to talk about this.
Speaking of milk duds, yes. Tahaji says Will was forced to act due to
Jada's
disapproval. Yeah, like I feel like it. Like, he saw her.
Agree?
Yeah, I feel like he saw. He was laughing.
He laughed because he has thick skin.
Yeah,
he's been teased numerous times.
And he would think that his wife that's been through so much like he has would have it too.
And then, mind you, she just went viral for saying, you're gonna get this bald head, or something. Talking very positive. So it's kind of like, where was that energy? When you were sitting up there and she looked gorgeous.
Then you could say, well, when it's about yourself, that's one thing. But if to a comedian, if you're okay with it, then
they're going in.
It's open game.
Yeah, they're going in.
Christopher Reed says, didn't know she had it, but this also is not an isolated incident between Chris and Jada. No, I mean, it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot more that goes into it. Yeah. Tahaji says, Will still had animosity towards Chris Rock for the 2016 joke regarding Jada boycotting the Academy Awards that year. This was built up tension. We don't know that.
People think that, but we don't.
It'll be nice to say.
Yeah.
It'll be nice to make some sense of it.
Yeah.
But we don't know that. All the stuff that they've been through in the past 7 years, like really think that he's holding on to? You think this is the first time he's seen Chris Rock in 7 years? I highly doubt it. I'm sure there's been plenty of time and opportunities for them to hash that out if he had an issue with it. You know what I'm saying? In 7 years. So I mean, that'll be nice to have some type of, this is why, but we don't know. We're not in the same room as these people.
We don't.
Well, not all the time, but Esplanca says she agrees with Tahaji. She says facts. I said that one already. She says, West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playgrounds where I spent most of my days, but not the right time or not the place. Exactly. Taji says, if a comedian has to apologize to everyone or because someone's feelings got hurt, comedy is dead as we know it. Exactly. And that's where we're going. That is exactly where we're heading. It's scary and it's sad.
Well, it's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because comedy is a release.
Yeah, I mean, it's scary because comedy gets us through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even the toughest and the most sensitive subjects, comedy is what will get us through those things. But now the sensitive subjects are off limits because everyone's so freaking sensitive.
Yeah, they're a little hypersensitive.
Yeah, hypersensitive is a better phrase. Hey, Mama. Donna Webster says, His apologies seemed insincere. I think Will should not have been able to attend the Vanity Fair party. The pics and videos show them partying like nothing happened. I bet Chris went home. Yeah, I mean, do you think Chris showed his face at the?
I don't think he went to the Vanity Fair party because that was the big one.
That would be embarrassing.
Yeah, that was. I think he was humiliated. Of course, he was embarrassed.
Done with the night. You just got smacked on national TV.
Yeah, I mean, even as I think Tony Rock even had to tweet some things because I would have been pissed.
Yeah,
if it was my sister.
Right. And my thing is, I don't want to play the race card, but the race card is always there. Like if Chris Rock was a white host.
Oh, that would have
Will
left.
Smith walked up and smacked him. Do you really think they would let him just go sit down?
He would have left.
Yeah.
They all would have left.
Yeah. They would have kicked him out.
They would have been
so
escorted
fast.
out. Yeah, most definitely.
Definitely.
I agree.
Crystal Wood says, I do understand standing up and supporting your wife, but this was not the way to handle it. The joke could have been delivered in a better way to where it wasn't so offensive to Jada and Will. So she's both sides.
She says both sides.
Yeah, and I feel both sides too, but Chris was doing his job.
He was, and the joke was in bad taste, but I just don't think it was that bad of a joke.
Yeah, Chris was hired to host the show and read the jokes that are written for him.
Yeah, that's really how it goes.
He got paid money to do this.
Yeah.
Everyone there knows how this works.
Yeah.
This is not new to anyone that was in that audience. They're not new to it unless they're the little girls that play Venus and Serena.
I think the safest thing to do moving forward is have the host just clown on the nominees. Like, don't mess with the spouses because technically Jada wasn't a nominee. But she's a spouse.
But Will and Jada just flows off your tongue. They
go together.
They're a unit. They've been a unit as long as I can remember.
I agree.
So.
But I think the safer way to play this is just moving forward. Have the comedians just kind of clown on the actual nominees because Will Smith would have been fine.
Spolanko says, didn't he slap a reporter for trying to kiss him once on the red carpet? It was a little tap, and yeah, I get it. In Russia, the Russian.
But he should have.
Yeah,
that was a little. Dude was coming in.
Yeah. Dude tried to kiss him on the red carpet.
Was coming in.
So
I do remember that. That's why I remember that. Yeah,
I would do the same thing. I don't know you. Donna Webster says, yes, Espolanco. I think that was last year. No.
It was a few years ago.
It was many years ago. I think it was like 2016.
It was a while ago. Yeah, but I do remember it.
I'm pretty sure it was 2016. I forget
what the big movie was he was out there for.
It probably resurfaced last year, but I'm pretty sure it was 2017 because they weren't doing red carpets like that last year.
Okay.
If you remember, we were still in the pandemic.
2020, yeah.
Randall says Chris Rock was seen in a different party.
Okay, good. Yeah, I definitely don't think he went to the Vanity Fair.
Yeah. You read this one?
Oh, you okay? Espolanco, I'm like, okay, my turn.
I'm thirsty. I'm sorry.
Espolanco says, I was at a comedy show the other night, and this comic looked over at me and said, all black people prefer Cash App. I don't even have Cash App. It was her punchline, but it didn't land.
Was she black?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know what? T and I go to comedy all the time, and we've been clowned at comedy shows. If you sit where they can see you, where that little light is, they gonna get you. Mm-hmm. It's just a part of how it works.
Brandon here says the host should be able to clown anyone. They shouldn't change anything.
I hope they don't, but I think they probably will. Crystal Wood says, unfortunately, Will's walk-up could potentially give people wanting to do the same at comedy shows, which is so unsafe for the comedian. It's known comedians talk about audience members. Do you recall what DC Young Fly did to a guest that walked on the stage? No, I don't.
I don't remember.
I don't. So tell me. But I do agree with you. This is going to give people ammunition to feel like they can do that too.
It does happen all the time. I saw it happen to Afion Crockett a few months ago, and this white woman walked on stage, and she's like on his face, and he just stood there and like was just roasting her, watching, and then security eventually came and took her off and kicked her out. But yeah, it happens all the time, but those people get kicked out. You know what I'm saying? So Espolanco says it was the same night as the Oscars, and she apologized after the show was over. Okay. And she was Asian, she says.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thanks.
Randall Hayes says the actual hosts of the Oscars were clowning people.
As they supposed to.
Yeah.
They're supposed to. She was Asian. Okay.
Randall Hayes says Regina Hall made a joke about Will and Jada. Will was just on one.
Yeah, with Chris. Agreed. Crystal Wood said Jada is an actress too. She is amongst her peers as well. So she's not just his spouse. She's amongst her colleagues. True.
Mm-hmm.
She is.
But they're a unit. Will and Jada are a unit.
Yeah.
He's her spouse.
Like
she's
Tom
his spouse.
Hanks and Rita.
Yeah.
Like they just go together.
Yeah. As Pongo says, Victor was about to say, keep my wife's name out your effing mouth.
I think that when he said that.
Keep my wife's cash app out your effing mouth.
When he said that, I think that took me over a little bit more than
Victor's
the slap.
her husband.
Right. I know who Victor is. I know.
Okay.
When Will said that, that took me over more than the slap.
Especially when he saw his face.
Yeah, because it was
real.
real.
And he repeated it.
I was like Lupita. I was like, oh, shit, okay. Because I've just never heard him speak that way. I'm not saying he doesn't, because behind closed doors, we all have our own little slang that we talk. But him saying that probably threw me off more than the slap, baby, because he was serious. And I was just like, oh, the nigga done came all the way out of him right now.
And he saw the anger. That was more anger than he was at his dad for not. He was mad at Lou for leaving him in Bel Air.
Yeah, it was real. I was just
how to love my son.
I was just like, oh damn.
That's my favorite scene.
I wasn't quite ready for that. That blew me away when he said that shit.
Randall says, facts, Crystal. Video Chick LA says, is it me or does this beat Kanye at the Grammys? Oh, God, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
For sure.
Definitely beats Kanye at the Grammys.
Yeah.
Donna Webb says, the jokes usually are aimed at the roles actors played, not at the personal appearance. I think that's factored in.
It might be. People been dressing a little, wild right now, so maybe they attacking.
And also, you got to realize in the social media world now, we see more of who the people are than we have in any time in history. You know what I'm saying? Before, we only know we know from like different magazine articles or whatever, but we only know like their character, the people they played in the movie. That's all we knew. Now we see that, especially Will Smith and Jada being so open about their lives now that Will Smith he's taken over TikTok. He's killing on Instagram.
Yeah, true.
So, we see more of them. We're more in tune with the people's lives, and because it's presented to us more than it has ever been in history. So, yeah, I mean, it's different now. It's a different world than where we came from. Donna Webster says, in 1973, John Wayne had to be restrained when he tried to attack an Indian actress who spoke about whites stealing or a Native American actress who spoke about whites stealing their land. You guys probably are too young to remember.
Believe it or not,
no, I remember.
I wasn't here yet. And I'm always here. I wasn't here yet.
I remember it was cold that night. It was...
I was still a twinkle in my daddy's eye, girl. I wasn't here yet.
I was not thought of at all for another 12 years.
Oh, I was coming 2 years. I was coming, but I wasn't here yet.
But yeah, man.
We had to touch it just because, like I said, I'm sure you guys have seen.
We touched it, teased it, paid it, watched it.
We had to touch it because it happened.
Yeah.
And, we know people have strong opinions about it, and we definitely want to give our 2 cents, about it. And like I said, him and I did not discuss it prior to the show, so it sounds like we definitely were on the same page.
Yeah,
it could have definitely been handled differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Will Smith is a class act, and I think it was a better way to show that than what
definitely.
he did. So I was disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Just being honest, I was really disappointed.
But hey, you never know what's going on in people's minds. You never know what's going on in people's lives.
No, that's true. And we don't know how Jada really feels about it. I mean, in the public eye, she may be saying she loved being bald, but we don't know. Because I've been a bald-headed woman, and it's not easy.
One thing is...
It's not easy.
Is they Tick X? Is that what's called, Tick X?
I have no idea.
The people that are, in charge of selling Chris Rock's tour tickets.
Oh, they
said they sold more tickets over that night than they have in the past month.
Yeah, because it's going to be in his stand-up
for Chris Rock's tour.
Yeah, it's going to be in this.
So Chris Rock is doing a tour, and he's also going on tour this summer with Kevin Hart.
Mm-hmm.
So
he gonna have something to say.
Yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be a part of that.
Yeah, he gonna have something to say.
I'm sure it's gonna be a part of it.
It's gonna be funny, actually. Okay, so
I don't understand.
He wasn't ready.
Yeah, he wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
So, in actual news today.
News.
I'm gonna give you guys the hard shell. Y'all see, I'm coming back. I'm telling y'all what I'm doing. Something. That's
there
better.
we go. Hey.
Something great happened today. and we want to share it with you because it actually did happen today. Biden signed the bill making lynching a federal hate crime into law. It has taken a very, very long time to make this happen, but it did happen today.
It is 2022.
Yes. It is called the Emmett Till anti-lynching bill law. Anti-lynching law. Did I say it? I'm struggling right now. Anti-lynching law.
She ain't even been drinking her drink like that, y'all.
I could not get it out of my mouth properly. But Biden did sign this bill today. So this is great. It has taken a very, very long time for this to come to light, but I am very, very happy it did. It actually got passed between both Senate and House on March 7th. And today is March 29th. So, it takes a while once it's passed to, do the wording and everything and get it ready. But today Biden signed it. President Biden signed it. So it is officially a federal hate crime.
So lynching is finally illegal, guys.
Finally.
Wow.
Finally.
And for those of you guys that don't know who Emmett Till was, he was a young boy from Chicago
14.
Yeah, 14-year-old boy from Chicago that was accused of whistling at a white woman, and he was beat brutally and dragged by a truck
in Mississippi because he was visiting a family member.
He was visiting family in Mississippi.
It happened in Mississippi, but he was from Chicago.
Yeah, and drugged by a truck and then dumped in the river.
Yes.
So his mom and this is a very high profile case situation. His mom even had an open casket,
which was unheard of back then.
Yeah, especially
to do an open casket funeral was unheard of. People didn't do it, but she demanded.
Yeah,
that
because
his casket be open.
His body was beaten, bruised, and swollen.
Yeah, huge.
So
he was in the water.
Yeah,
so it was bad.
And then she wanted them. She said she wanted the world to see what they did to her baby, and
you have to realize this law has been introduced to Congress 200 times.
Yes,
200 times,
and it's been turned down.
It's been turned down
200 times.
200 times
to make lynching illegal.
A hate crime. A federal hate crime. So now it is illegal in 2022. They have been trying to make this go into a federal hate crime since the 1900s. Yeah. 200 times this was presented to Congress, and it is finally passed. So that is something.
And that just speaks. So like, who are the majority of people that are lynched?
Well, that speaks volumes. You already know.
Yeah, and so it just shows that it took over 200 times
to get both sides to agree.
Yeah, and it's not like people just missed the memo. They voted against it.
Yeah, 200 times. 200 times.
That's wild.
And this time we only had 3 Congress people vote against
GOP.
it. GOP, of course, and I'm going to tell you exactly who they were. So we had 422 people for it, and 3 were against it. And I'm going to tell you exactly who they are, so you guys know. So it was 3 House Republicans: Andrew Clyde of Georgia, Thomas Macy of Kentucky, and Chip Roy of Texas.
Goddamn Chip.
Those are the 3 GOP congressmen. I'm sorry. House. 3 OP congressmen in the House that voted no on this bill. Georgia, Kentucky, and Texas.
Wild.
They did not want this to pass, but 422 people in the House voted, both combined voted yes. So therefore it passed.
So if you guys are in these states,
be mindful that
when the next election comes around.
Yeah, get rid of these people.
Yeah.
Texas, Kentucky, and Georgia. They were the 3 House Republicans who voted no on the Emmett Till bill. And I'm glad they exposed them. Why? I'm glad they exposed them. Because we have the right to know who did not want this bill to pass.
Yeah.
And so now we do. So this bill has passed. I think it is really good. I hope it goes down in history as one of the great things that Biden has done, because his presidency hasn't been the greatest. But this is a big deal. And like I said, this has came to Congress.
It's only been a year, y'all.
Times.
It's only been a year.
Well, you got to give them time.
It's the first quarter of the game, y'all. Yeah. Come on now.
But 200 times this has been presented, and this is the first time it passed. And then Biden's words, let me find them for you guys, because he did say something. When he signed the bill, he said,
"It's about goddamn time."
I want to get his exact words. I can't stand you. He said his exact words was, "Racial hate isn't an old problem. It's a persistent problem." And so we need to we need to stop it. He's acknowledging the fact that it is still happening, and he was leading, to the Ahmaud Arbery who got shot in the back of his head, and all the victims of the recent years who have been killed, maybe not by lynching, even though some people have been lynched, but by other means that definitely lets you know this is a race hate crime. So, we got the bill in passed, and I think that's great. I think that's good.
Christopher Reed says, now cancel them loans, Byron. Joe Byron. It's funny. So, we spoke on a previous episode, and I told you how much of student loans that he has canceled already.
Yes.
And now he has declared to cancel a lot more.
Yes.
Coming like this stuff takes time, y'all. He can't just wave a wand and be like.
Well, the thing is, when he wants to do something, I don't know if people understand. He can't just do what he wants.
Yeah.
And unless he signs.
He could.
Yeah. He would have to sign an EO.
Yeah.
And, I'm sorry, an executive order.
Trump found all of the
Trump
loopholes.
signed all of them. Yeah.
Yeah. He found all the loopholes for his people.
The president can sign an executive order, but if you want to do it right. You have a bill presented.
You want to do it white?
Well, white, right? You have a bill presented to the Senate and a bill presented to the House. They have to agree on the bill, come together bipartisan and say, this is what we want to do. We think this is great. And then it gets to the president. And normally in this democracy, that is how it is supposed to happen. I did grow up in the 70s, so I do remember the commercial, how a bill becomes a bill.
I'm just a bill.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
I'm only
you
a
have to
bill.
have both
and
sides
I'm sitting
agree.
here on Capitol Hill.
And like Casey just said, he wants to do a lot, but he can't just constantly just do it. He wants to go through the proper
it's the
channels.
first quarter, y'all. Y'all don't sit in the Laker game and be like, oh, they're down 10 at the first quarter. Let me just leave.
No, we don't leave. You saw me. No, we don't. T and I don't leave. We're going to sit there and watch that game.
We paid for these tickets and we voted for him to be in there. So let's watch.
We're going to sit there and watch that game.
Let's let it play out. Let it play out. But yeah, he vowed to forgive a lot more.
Yes.
And he's working on it, y'all. He's working on it.
Yeah. But today was a big day. Today was a big deal, and I definitely wanted to share that with you guys. And I think it's really important that you realize that this was presented to Congress 200 times. That's a lot of times, and it's finally been passed. So I think that's great, and I was really happy to see that today.
Esperanza says, can you cancel my student loans, please?
We're going to give him a memo, boo.
Lauren says, okay, Bangs.
You see me? Lauren?
Randall says, don't bring up the Lakers. My bad, Randall. My bad.
Haji right behind him.
Crystal Wood says, that's amazing. You did it, Joe. And so anytime he does something, everyone brings up student loans. Listen, I know that was part of it. That was a big part of his platform when he was running.
Yes.
A big part of his platform. That might be where he messed up. But
he did say it quite a bit.
Yeah, but we all went to college and took these loans out knowing we were going to have to pay them back. That was in our mind that we were going to have to pay these back eventually. All right, so it's not like it's a disservice being done. Like whether they get paid or not, we took these loans out as under the name of loans, meaning that you have to pay them back. You know what I'm saying?
You also have to realize, this is the parent in me speaking, that a lot of people, when they go to college, they're very, very young. Their parents may not be very knowledgeable about paperwork and how things work. And that's why I feel people in my generation should be smarter when we send our kids to college, because so many of us got stuck with those loans. And it's hard to come out of college and celebrate and go this career path that you want when you got this thing hanging over your head, with these loans. And that's why I hope more parents moving forward are very smart, with how they set up funds and, put things in place for their children to go to college. So they're not coming out, with this type of loan debt, because it's just something hanging over your head, and it's horrible. And a lot of my friends and people in my generation are dealing with it. And everybody I know, we've been very smart, with our money to make sure our children don't. My kids will not have loans when they come out of college, because I've done what I needed to do to make sure that didn't happen. And I think that's really important for parents to do, especially if you have very young children, because you don't know if they're going to want to go to college, and you don't know if they're going to get a full ride, and you just need to be mindful of that, because that's a lot for somebody 24, 25 years old, graduating to owe $70,000 back.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Going to careers that don't even make that a year.
Exactly.
Christopher Reed says, but ain't nobody promised him like he did. Exactly.
True.
Like,
no, he can't.
That's what I'm saying. If that wasn't his main running platform.
he said it all the time.
Yeah.
He said it all the time.
But yeah, when I took out student loans, you know, I knew I was going to pay them back.
Did you know?
Yeah. And I paid them back. And I was kind of jaded when I heard him talking about forgiving student loans. I was like, damn it. Because I had just started making money. I was like, I'm paying all this shit off. And they was like, student loans, forgiveness. But I was like, that's dope for y'all. But
Video
but yeah, I
Chick
still feel
LA
like-
says it's the interest. Yes.
Yes.
But see, that's also something I don't think that's a loan. I don't think a lot of people understand. That's how loans work. Mm-hmm. That's how they get their money back.
So one thing is just make sure that our kids know financial literacy too, because I went into the world and I had no idea. Like my mom got me a bank account when I was 15 or 16. Mm-hmm. But opening it was it.
Yeah, but you probably needed to sit down and look at your statement.
Like I didn't understand anything.
Yeah.
And I know my mom's watching, no shade or anything, but we had to say, like, we had to know how much our family made for a class in school, right? I think it was like econ or something.
And you did.
And I asked my mom how much she made a year, and she was like, that's personal business. And I was like, but I need to, like, I would like to, like, I don't even know what's good
you didn't
to
know
make.
The price point.
Yeah.
You didn't know what to say.
I don't even know what a good range is, you know?
And Florida just passed a bill.
That's where we're...
Yeah, Florida just passed a bill to teach students financial literacy in high school in the 10th, 11th, and 12th grade.
The bill says that they have to pass... they had to pass a test for financial literacy
and it's gonna teach
in order
them,
to graduate.
It's going to teach them about checking accounts. It's going to teach them about interest. It's just going to teach them things that most kids don't know if their parents aren't teaching them. You know, so I think that really matters. I think what your mom did was great, opening up the bank account. But I think as we've evolved, you need to sit down and go through the statement with them. You need them to understand what this means.
Because I started working when I was 14 or 15, so we needed somewhere to put my money.
Exactly.
You know?
And then you have to learn these fees, you know, because it's a lot of fees that come to banks that, you know, credit unions do not have.
I think she got like a beginner account, so I didn't have like fees like that.
And back then, a lot of parents just didn't, the bank account was enough. You know, you got your kid a bank account, you know, but now, you know, you can add your kids on your credit cards and it's so many other things you can do. But while you're doing this, don't do it so you can say you're a good parent. Be actually teaching them something. You know, sit down and go through the statement with them. And trust me, they're going to hate it. My son hates it. But we do it every month. And after a while, he reads it now. I just sit there and I'll be like, so what's this? What's this? What's this? But he knows, you know, because it's important for them to know.
Yeah. Randall Hayes says student loans are predatory loans. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
With the highest interest rates.
Ever.
Yeah. Christopher Reeve says, send your kids to Everett College, y'all.
Not Everett.
Look at you. Sitting on the couch doing nothing.
Or the one Romeo used to promote. What was that?
ICDC.
Yeah.
So ICDC College.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Deanna? Welcome. Randall says that's why they need to teach financial literacy. Okay, that was before we talked.
That's what we was talking about. So I think it's great that Florida passed it. I would like to see everybody pass it.
Now, some people, of course, there's always going to be people that feel a certain way about it. A lot of black people are upset because they're like, traditionally, we don't know financial. We don't have. We don't know financial literacy, so the kids that are going to be graduating soon or whatever, like that wave is going to be at a disadvantage. It's like, well, now that you know what they need to know, teach them.
But you can help them too,
teach them
as their parent. But like I said, once again, you'll be surprised how many parents don't understand things like that.
Facts.
You know,
that's a big thing.
A lot of parents, not being funny. I don't judge when people don't know something because the word ignorant just means you don't know. You know, I don't know if people know that,
it's not a dirty word.
It's not a dirty word. You know, you could just be like, well, I'm ignorant about that subject. Hell, I don't know.
I say I'm ignorant a lot.
I say it all the time, you know, because if I don't know, I don't know. So I think people need to be mindful of that. Parents are upset because they can't help their children if they don't know. And I know adults who come and ask me certain things because of what I do in accounting, and I'll tell them the quick answer and I could see the confusion, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna come over and we can sit down and I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean, because it can be very confusing and I don't understand all of it, you know, because laws change, and as laws change, other things change, and you know, you got to keep up with it, and that's something else they have to tell you. It's not
because also what you learn as as a teen.
Oh, what I knew is done.
Yeah, that's done.
Gone. Yeah, so it's a whole new world.
If you're trying to teach your kids about financial literacy the way you learned it, then it's a whole different ballgame by now.
Yeah, because when I graduated from high school, we learned how to balance a checkbook. My sister taught me how to balance a checkbook.
What's a checkbook?
Shut up. My sister taught me how to balance a checkbook when I was 17, 18
and
years
now there's
old.
an app for that.
Now people don't even have a checkbook.
Right.
My kids would be like, checks. What I need checks for.
Right.
So the world evolved. And you have to evolve with it.
I dated a girl in 2010 who always used a checkbook to pay for groceries.
Oh, she still used a check. Oh, I would have been pissed
this
behind
like
her.
10 years ago, but she always wrote a check out for groceries. I don't know why, but that's the only time she brought a checkbook out. Crystal Wood says everybody before them was at a disadvantage if their parents didn't teach them. So why be upset? I don't understand why people get so upset when new laws get passed. I'm always saying finally. Woo. Yeah, but like we said before, it's a fake rage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People have to have something to be upset about or a reason why, I feel like if you're upset about something, that makes it look like you know what's going on in the world, because you know better.
Yeah, but sometimes being upset looks kind of crazy because
Yeah.
you should actually be happy.
Yeah.
And then you have to realize
They're upset with no
reason.
not only with no reason, but they're upset with no solution.
Oh, well, hell,
Yeah.
no, they never have a solution. Yeah. And you have to understand when you say the word finance or financial, not even to just teenagers, adults. They just get like, you want to talk about it? Like, they don't want to talk about it. It's not a luxurious subject. It's not glamorous. It's not beautiful. It sucks.
Yeah.
Talking about taxes, it sucks. Talking about what you can write off and then what you can't write off, it sucks. But it's a part of being an adult. And that's what you have to understand. And that's why you have to learn it so you can then teach it to your children.
Yeah.
And find someone who can show you the way, or you can ask questions to, and they actually stay current on the laws in your state, because laws change state to state.
Yeah.
It's not a blanket. They change in every state. That's why businesses move, and the home buy-in over here may be better than over here.
That's like when
change.
Kanye moved his whole he moved his it was like 2 years ago
to Wyoming.
Yeah, he moved his home address to Wyoming and his business address to Wyoming, and moved his whole office over there because they don't pay taxes.
Well, they don't pay the taxes.
Yeah, so
I was actually in his business management firm when that happened.
Yeah,
I helped with that move. Yeah, it was hell.
She was in his business management firm, and I was in his home.
It was very funny, and when neither one of us told each other we're working with them, it was very funny.
You know why? Because you could trust us with confidentiality.
We signed NDA,
yeah,
so we couldn't. But yeah, I remember, and a lot of people don't understand it, but that's how it works. With different sales and stuff.
Can you imagine how popping our show would be if we actually spoke about all the stuff that we know about with these celebrities?
I told you guys half the shit I know. You would be like, for real, Eva? I can't be talking about these people,
But it'll be Taco Tuesday from the federal prison. You have 5 minutes left.
Some of my shit is treason. Yeah, we're like, this bitch is going against the country. I can't talk. I just be sitting there looking like, oh, is that how they're gonna say that?
I look at all these I look at all these popping podcasts and everyone's spewing opinion that's facts. And I'm like, oh, that is not what happened.
I've had that.
Yeah.
And Hodge be like, you want to say something? I be like, well, that's not true. That's not true.
But go ahead, y'all. Y'all just do your thing.
Yeah, we can't talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll be sitting in jail.
Right. I mean, because the Smiths are new clients of so, but can't speak about certain things. Donna Webster says, where I live now, you could only pay your water bill by cash or check until the pandemic forced them to cancel the office. Now you can pay over the phone. Wow, that's wild.
Say again.
So where she lives in Mississippi, you could only pay your water bill by cash or by check until the pandemic happened. Then they closed the office. So now they can pay it by phone.
Girl, I don't even carry cash. I never have cash on me. Never.
Wow.
By cash or check. I don't even know where my checkbook is.
But she also lives in a place where a town over, they have a white voting place and a black voting place. So it's not like it's assigned that way. That's just how people, and they're not far from each other.
We gonna come to the sticks and do a show.
Yeah. Let's do it. Oh, dang.
Oh, what happened?
All right, we have 15 minutes left. Okay. We're good.
I don't know. I never know.
No, I haven't cleared this SD card out in a long time, so that's all. It's saying that the SD card is almost full, but we're good. We got 15
Did we
minutes
read what Crystal said? I'm so confused.
Yeah, we read that.
Okay, good.
Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, like you're saying, state to state, it's different.
Well, it changes.
Yeah.
So even if you move, all those things come in consideration. Where you plant your business, that matters. I moved out here. I moved from Illinois, and although my mom used to live in California, California is way different in 2004 than it was in 1985. Oh, gosh, yes.
So
yes.
1986, whatever it was. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't much that,
And California,
and the internet wasn't as popping as it was either, where you could just Google stuff.
You gotta be very careful out here.
Yeah.
California is a trip. Like our rules are a trip, and it's loopholes if you get the right person, but you need the right person.
Donna Webster says, "I don't live in the sticks."
I'm sorry.
No, there's only sticks around you.
My mom is from the country.
No, she
All
lives
I
in the
remember
sticks.
is the sticks.
No, she lives in the sticks.
Yeah, I remember the sticks.
You got to go into town to go to Piggly Wiggly.
Oh yeah, you in the sticks. If you say it in the town, then you in the sticks.
Oh, it's beautiful though, man. It's beautiful.
So we're almost done. So
Yeah.
we have to close out our show because it's going to run out of memory and it's not going to end the show properly.
Yeah. So
we didn't talk about everything we want to talk about, but I definitely want to talk about the Emmett Till law, and then I'm gonna bring you guys the bill because he just did it.
Well, you started giving the bill already.
And of course, we had to touch the Will and Jada thing because it just was too big not to touch. Like I said, I'm sure you guys have been oversaturated.
And now
with it,
I'm over it. We're done.
We're done. We're not gonna talk about it no more. I know everybody has opinions about August and this and that, but at the end of the day, this is what happened, and we gave our opinion of, it was a better way to handle it.
Yeah.
And now looking back on it, I'm sure he realizes
definitely.
it was a better way to handle it.
Yeah.
And
we mentioned the Academy put a statement out saying that
they do not condone violence.
Yeah, they don't condone violence and all that stuff too. So,
and shout out to everybody who didn't get their shout out. Like I said, Questlove was literally the next award, and he just got so overshadowed. But if you haven't seen his documentary, you need to see it.
It's called Summer of Love.
It was a great documentary. My husband and I watched it. I really loved it, and I was very, very happy he won. Once again, Samuel L. Jackson got his first Academy Award this year. The first Academy Award that was handed to
You're going too fast. I'm trying to get music.
The first Academy Award that was handed to a deaf person came out this year. I think
Summer of Soul. I'm sorry, I said Summer of Love.
Oh, right, Summer of Soul. And then there was an Afro-Latina. Where was she? She got her first Oscar too. Was she transgender? An Afro-Latina transgender? I have to find out. But it was a lot of first in this Academy Award, and unfortunately, all that has been stained. But it was a great award show. Will Packard actually produced the show, him and his wife, and they did an excellent job. And I hope none of them have to get punished in the long run in the entertainment business because of the mishap that happened at this show. Because I think Will Packard did an amazing job, and he did a really good job. And I loved all the music that he played, behind the scenes and how he had everything set up. I thought he did a great job, and I was super proud of him and really happy for him. He was the first black producer that the Oscars have ever had, and he was the youngest. One of the youngest. I don't know if he was the youngest, but he was definitely one of the youngest. So it was a big deal. So I just don't want all that to be overshadowed because of one incident, because it was so many great things that happened at the 94th Academy Awards. So I don't want all of our listeners to just remember one thing, because there was a lot of great things that happened. Y'all know I don't know how to do this, but yes I do.
My bad.
Okay, Donna Webster says, I wish they would have had Questlove redo his speech. Me too, because I wasn't that focused on it, but I was so happy that he won. And like I said, his documentary is awesome. So it was really good. Thank you so much, Deanna Stevens. It was the first queer Latina woman who won an Oscar. Yes. And like I said, that was overshadowed. And then my niece just said, and Beyonce and her team looked good. And I love seeing her. That's another thing. No one's talking about the Beyonce performance because everybody's talking about the slap. And the Beyonce performance was amazing. She performed with her daughter. And it was an amazing performance that, once again, it only has this one stain on it, and I really, really hope we can get past that and see all the great things that really was in this Academy Award this year. Yes, I said that too. The first deaf actor won an Oscar, so it was all around a good show. Kudos to Will Packard. He did a great job. And the second dead, or he meant deaf.
Might have been dead. Like post.
Oh, post. Oh, maybe who? I don't know who.
Hey, y'all, we trying to leave. Crystal Will says, I hope Chris and Will doesn't get canceled in any way because we all have faults. So hopefully we can learn from this in some way in life.
Hey, we're all human, for sure.
He's the second deaf actor to win an Oscar.
Oh, he was the second. I thought he was the first. My bad. Okay, he was the second deaf actor.
First woman trio co-host.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a lot of firsts, y'all.
It was a lot of firsts. So we just hope a lot of people don't ignore that. And it's going to stop recording, so we got to go. So... Once again,
we got 9 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you always do the spill better than me. You can end it out.
All right, I got to do some typing.
Okay, so that means I do it. So.
Hey, I got a lot going on over here, y'all.
He does. He always does, actually. So, like always, share, stream. I think KC always tells you guys to put the podcast on at night and just let it play while you sleep, and that would be awesome.
But y'all don't, because I see the numbers. It's all good.
The numbers aren't bad, but they could be better. They could be better. And like always, if there's anything you want to talk about, you can always hit us up in the DM on Taco Tuesday 365 on Instagram, or you can email us at tacotuesdayla@gmail.com because I do check both. And FYI, KC is having a birthday party this year for his birthday. Details will follow soon, but we are turning up for my co-host because his birthday is April 11th. Just so you guys can understand our birthdays, he's April 11th. I'm August 11th. See, you should never forget now.
1985?
1975.
Oh,
did you say 60? So how'd you come to 50?
Keep my wife's age out your fucking mouth.
My nigga said 65. 75. I told y'all 47 this year, not 57, 47.
So yes, guys, I'm just gonna say it right now. Soul Sunday is coming back. We haven't done it since since 2019. Soul Sunday will be back at the Good Night, April 10th. All right, so I'll be serving up soul food. My boy King will be serving up the amazing vibes and music. So hip hop and R&B karaoke all night, and come turn up with your boy.
It's his birthday.
It'll be my only birthday celebration. So
that's what he says.
So yeah, man, let's spread the word and show up.
Yeah, most definitely. And we'll post it, of course. And we gotta come turn up for KC one time. Mm-hmm. What you turning, like 42?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Marlee Matlin was the first deaf actor to win.
Oh, okay. I remember her.
Yeah. So like
once again, you're right. It was the first all black production staff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because of Will Packard.
Oh, Matlin. Okay. And so like Randall said, so this one was the second death.
Yeah, second death.
Randall Hayes says Tahaji slapped KC for the.
Hey, you see him, Randall? You see how he's trying to age you, girl?
It was an age joke.
He's aging me.
It was an age joke.
Haji, come defend me, babe. Come defend me.
Video Chick LA said you can't work on your B-Day. Well, actually, you know what? The last time I had a Soul Sunday for my B-Day was 2019. And I worked, and I sold out, and I partied the rest of the night. Okay. So I definitely will be working, making a little bit of money, because I'm going out of town for a gig. I'm going to Atlanta for a gig.
So you're cooking?
2 days later.
So you're cooking?
It's Soul Sunday. I got to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I got to give people what they want.
Yeah.
Deanna Stevens says, yes, Randall, right? I love her. And then Randall Hayes says, keep our age out your mouth.
Have my back.
Keep our age out your mouth.
I love it. And we need somebody to be Lupita.
Right. And she kind of had a little smirk on her face too, like
first,
yeah.
And then
she was like, oh, they get down in the United States. I didn't know they like us. All right, y'all. So On that note, we're going to get out of here.
Yep.
Thank you guys for watching. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe, and all that jazz, everything that Eva said. And like always, I'm KC.
And I'm E.
And we are Not Your Average Podcast. Holla.
Good night, you guys.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out, dude. It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Hey, Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock. Smack the taste out that nigga mouth. Chris Rock ain't even know what he got smacked about. Like, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock. Smack the taste out that nigga mouth. Chris Rock ain't even know what he got smacked about. Like, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. First things first, man. Shout out to Will, man. While I'm at it, rest in peace, Uncle Phil, man. You gotta stand up for your wife like a real man. I'm really starting to understand how you feel, man. Hey, Will walked up on stage like, hold on. A second later, Chris Rock getting stoled on. I know you about to get when you go home. Man, that nigga Chris Rock can't even go home. Hey, man, y'all.
I'm out here.